All right, what's up? I wanted to talk quickly about some things that, especially since the Open just finished, a lot of this showed up maybe for the first time for a lot of people in fitness. Uh, with my background in team sports, we find that mental skills, especially as you get to the higher levels, are often the difference between winning or losing, or we'll say a great performance versus maybe a not so great performance, like between the ears. So I want to talk about 3 tools that we can use, whether you're in the gym, on a baseball field, at the free throw line, any place that you're looking for like some high performance out of yourself. 3 things that you can use. The first, we know that, routines help. If you see anybody in the NBA approach the free throw line, they'll do the same kind of gimmicky things each time before they shoot the ball. That's not by accident. That's on purpose. Okay. But what we can do is master the moment with these routines by minimizing variables. As athletes, the great ones control what they can control. All right. So if you got a referee, or maybe you didn't sleep well last night, or you're in some sort of workout that you've never been in before, we can kind of make the outcome more familiar, or the situation more familiar with routines. So if I go under this bar, I'm going for like a 1 rep max back squat, and I go under some way I've never had before. Maybe I put my left hand on, then my right hand on. I get under here, and I take 5 breaths before I squat. This is all new to me, right? So is this weight, right? So maybe these things can interrupt my ability to perform. Well, if I've got 10,000 back squats under my belt and I get into the bar the same exact way, I can create some familiarity around a lift that I've never done before, right? So maybe it's not making you stronger, but it's at least not getting in your way, right? And that's a huge mental skill, routine. The second thing is, as human beings, we are destined to make stories out of everything. Okay, so our minds work very linearly. So I go for a snatch attempt and I miss it, and it's less than my 1 rep max. These stories start to get in my head. Today's not my day. Maybe I'm not as strong as I used to be earlier in the year. All of these things. Now, if I get back on the bar to try rep number 2, I'm now carrying that with me. And let me ask you, am I a better athlete at that point or a worse athlete? Right? So I would think we would all agree that we are worse off carrying that into the next rep. So, how do I get to the moment, mastering the moment? I've got to find a way to put that natural human tendency to talk myself into this story aside and get into the moment to be as good as I can possibly be right now. So, picking a focal point is huge. Some place to maybe look and know that that's your kind of point to reset. Athletes also use a word, like a reset word. For me, I always had a place in the stadium where if I took a bad swing or had a bad at bat, I could look at it and kind of reset. If you have trouble approaching the bar or approaching a movement in the moment, then maybe picking a focal point or having like a reset word can help you bring you back to now. Okay. Last thing, your self-talk. This is a more intangible one. How you talk to yourself is real, right? So regardless of how your day is going, how you feel, how hard the workout is, if you're talking to yourself like you feel great and you're a champion and you're right where you need to be, then maybe you'll just believe it, right? But if you start to get negative, guess what? You got to walk around with that and perform with that, and you're not as good than if you had better self-talk. All right, so 3 things. We got this routine, picking a focal point to get back to the moment, and how you talk to yourself, right? Master the moment, guys.